you have had quite the press tour already here in Michigan. You've got more to do tomorrow. What does the support here in the state, and especially here in Flint, mean to you?
Listen, it means everything to have the first press conference for my heavyweight championship here in Flint, Michigan. I feel like, last fight I had up at Little Caesars, we did 12,000 people. But I was so sad to see that only 1,000 of those tickets were purchased in Flint. And so we had to figure out why was that. And I feel like it was because we did everything in Detroit. We did the press conference, the interviews, the media. Everything was in Detroit. And we love Detroit. We love Detroit. But when I fought here in Flint, I had 7,000 people come out to my fight. So we need those same 7,000 to come to Detroit.
Absolutely. I think a lot of what people love about you and what they respect about you is that no matter what, no matter if it's MMA or boxing, what weight class it is, you have no shyness about saying that you are the best.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain time when that clicked for you, or a certain fight or a certain moment that started happening in your head?
You know what? I was 14 and a half. And there was this girl from Pontiac who was ranked number 2 in the world at 178 pounds. But she was ranked number 1 in the U.S., but number 2 in the world at 178. And her name was Tyler Lorwalder. And Coach was like, Coach had said I was the best. And I said, you don't know if you're the best until you beat the best. Because I didn't feel like I was the best. But my coach, Jason, told me I was the best at the beginning. I said, I don't know if I'm the best yet. I know I'm good. But they brought Tyler Lorwalder in for sparring. And she was ranked number 2 in the world and number 1 in the country. Man, I put a whooping on her. And I was 14 and a half, but she was like 28, maybe 30.
Wow.
And when I got in there and I boxed against her, she was bigger, stronger. She fought at 178. I walked around at 153 at the time. And I got in there and I smashed her. And so from the time I was 14 and a half, I said, you know what? I might just be the best in the world. And that was the first time I actually said it to myself. And then I watched a lot of Muhammad Ali documentaries and a lot of his quotes and stuff, and watched videos of him. And he was never short of confidence. And I was like, if I want to be the greatest of all time, I can't be short of confidence. I got to work hard. I got to fight the best. It was just embedded in me early on. But up at 14, I was like, you know what? You got it, girl. You're the one.
As a journalist, what I love about you is this quote that I watched in another interview that you did, and you said that you know your opponents better than they know themselves because of the research that you do.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your process a little bit?
Listen, I get deep with the research. It's almost scary. Like, I find out their upbringing, who their parents are, if they have a husband, do they desire to have kids.
Full FBI.
I go and look at their interviews from way back. And then when I see them face to face, I just read them. It's a vibe. I just read them, and I know how they are and who they are. And I could tell today, like, Vanessa got upset. She got upset when I had raised my belt, and I was like, pound for pound, number 1. I felt her energy. She just was like, she probably wants to bite my head off. But I'm able to feel those type of things, and I have a great sense of discernment from God, too. He sent me so many messages. But I do and I do the research because it all goes into the trash talk. You never know. Like, I be saying some of the craziest stuff when I be trash talking. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like I don't go too low, but I know how to get you. I know how to get you in a juggler.
Okay, don't do it to me. I'll cry. You have had to go up 2 weight classes. You've already become a world champion at 3. This will be number 4. Talk to me about what you expect the differences to be in the ring at this new class.
I expect it to be very tough. I expect her to be very heavy, very, very strong, and her to have a strong will. When I looked in her eyes today, I said, oh, she's confident. She's confident. She's training her hardest than she trained for any camp. She wants to get the upset. And when I looked in her eyes today, I said, okay. But I just know that I have everything in me to beat this girl. And not just beat her, but beat her bad. So, and I'm not having to go down to 160 to fight at heavyweight now. It's like, I ain't gotta lose no weight. I ain't gotta drain myself. I'm gonna be strong. I don't have to lose no weight. I don't have to do no saunas, no sweatsuits, no nothing to make weight. So people always talking about, oh, you're 14-0 with 2 knockouts against the best of the best. But it's like, I also have been fighting at very small weight classes where the competition is to get fights, because nobody was really at nobody was at heavyweight at 175 whatever. So now that there's girls there, I can fight my natural weight. And honestly, people are going to see how strong I am and how hard those punches are come July 27th, because I'm going to be very, very strong.
Well, we're all excited for July 27th. You fought at LCA one time before. Tell me about that home crowd advantage.
You know what? I just love fighting, because I fought where I was the hometown favorite, and I fought where I was the person getting booed. So to me, a fight is a fight. Both of them ignite me. Fighting at home ignites me a lot. It's just more familiar faces, more familiar voices. I mean, you get to see everybody who you love, all your family, your friends. They come from afar, to support me. So when I walk out, I just feel like the roof blows off the building. Like the roof, I'm gonna blow off the building in here today. And it wasn't 18,000 people. But I know that to be able to get this chance to fight again at Little Caesars, I know I did a great job the first time, and I'm still the only boxer to be main event at the Little Caesars Arena. So right now, it's the woman bringing big time boxing back to Detroit.